everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I feel like I haven't sat and filmed in ages, and that's probably because it has been a long time. It's the first video I've actually filmed since coming back from India, so it's been forever. If you haven't seen my India vlog, then I will leave it down below in the description box so you can check that out. But yeah, it is now spring, and I thought I would show you guys how to create a super easy makeup look that is for everyone. Honestly, it's so easy and so wearable. If you don't want to wear a bold lip like this, you don't have to. Just pop something on that you feel more comfortable in. But the reason why I chose to do this lip is because if you've been following me on my channel for a long time now, you would know that this is one of my absolute favorite lip shades, especially for spring, summer, and it just makes me feel like I'm in the mood. And yeah, it looks great on all skin tones though, if you do want to try it. So yeah, do give it a go. But yeah, if you'd love to know how I got this makeup look right here, then please do keep on watching. Oh, and make sure you're following me on Snapchat and Instagram. The details for that are down below, and make sure you've turned on your notifications for me so that you can see what I'm posting and when I'm posting it, and yeah, and just keep up to date. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys over on Snapchat and Instagram, but for now, enjoy this tutorial. Okay, so I'm just kicking off by using my In Transit Camera Close-Up by This Works, and it's basically like a moisturizer and primer and a bit of a mask in one, but I used it as a primer for this makeup look. And then I'm going with my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, and this is just going to go on the eyes as a base for our eyeshadows. So I'm just popping this on, and then I'm just blending it all out and making sure it's blended out all across the lid and all the way up to the brow bone also. This concealer is great because not only is it going to cover any discoloration, it's going to help our eyeshadows stick and last a lot longer. Then going into this very well-loved sleek palette. This is the Au Natural palette, and I'm just taking this bone coloured eyeshadow, and this is just going to go on the crease and a bit above it, and all the way up to the brow bone, and this will help any eyeshadows we apply on top of that to blend over really easily. Then I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills Catwalk palette, and I'm taking this really nice soft brown shade, which has got quite a metallic kind of tint to it. Does that make sense? But I'm just taking this all the way across the lid on a flat shader brush, and then I'm just going to blend this out. And because it's quite a light shade, you just want to keep putting it on and blending it out until you kind of get the intensity that you want. And I think when you layer and sandwich your shadows, they also last a lot longer. So as you can see, just on a tapered blending brush, I'm just taking the shadow through the crease, and I'm blending it a bit above it also. Then I'm just taking this really light champagne gold eyeshadow from the same palette, and again on another flat shader brush, I'm just taking this on the center of the lid. So it looks like I'm doing a spotlight eye, but I'm not. I kind of just wanted a tint of some like lightness to come through the center of the eye, just to give the eye a little bit of dimension so it doesn't look really flat with just one shade all over it. So as you can see, I'm just going back over and blending that same like soft brown shadow that we used all over the lid just over it, so you can just see a hint of that gold come through, but it's not really an intense spotlight eye at all. Then I'm just taking the black eyeshadow from the same palette, and on an angled brush I'm just pushing this along my lash line really nice and close to my lashes. This is just going to create some depth, make my eyes appear larger, and it's also just going to create a really nice soft liner, and I'm just winging it out slightly, so it's not a really sharp kind of wing liner. It's just a really soft extended wing, if that makes any sense. I'm always not sure when I'm explaining things. I'm not sure if you understand what I mean, but yeah, I do try my best. So as you can see, I'm just doing the same again on the other eye. Now moving on to face makeup, I'm taking my Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX11. I will leave all the products down below in the description box and shades. I'm just using this to cover up any scarring and any dark pigmentation around the face. I have got an in-depth tutorial on this on my Back to Basics series, which I can link down below for you. But as you can see, I'm just pushing the product on to wherever I need to cover up. Moving on to foundation, we want a really nice, gorgeous, glowy base. So I've got my sleek Illuminator in the shade Pompeii and my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation, and I've mixed the two together on the back of my hand, and I'm just dotting this around my skin and then going in with my damp Miracle Complexion sponge by Real Techniques just to blend this all out. I feel like this foundation is a medium coverage foundation, but it is totally buildable, so you just want to keep building and blending until you're happy with the desired effect. And then to cover up my dark circles, I've got my LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer that I used earlier, which I am just fanning out underneath my eyes. It's nice and full coverage, so I like to use this to cover up my dark circles. And then to highlight, I will go in with my Maybeline Anti-Age Eraser or Age Rewind Concealer. I never get the name quite right, but as you can see, I am just dotting this on over the top of that concealer to highlight and brighten it up. I feel like this concealer doesn't give me as much coverage as I want, but I love the brightening effect, that's why I use two concealers. So I'm just using this same concealer to go down the bridge of my nose to highlight. Also, we'll be taking this on the center of my forehead and on my cupid's bow and on my chin. And then of course, just using the same sponge, I just want to blend that all out to help achieve a really nice flawless base. Then you just want to set all of those highlighted areas in place, and I've mixed my Mercier powder and my Nye Banana Powder together, and using the same sponge I'm just packing this on underneath my eyes, and this is a method called baking, so we're just packing it all on to really hold that product in place, and then we'll just be dusting it off. I don't like to leave it sitting on the face for too long, especially when you want more of a glowy look, so straight away I will just be dusting that off with a brush. Also, I just want to say I apologize if the lighting gets a bit brighter or anything like that. The sun was just coming in the way and I couldn't really do much about that. So yeah, I tried my best, but I hope you can see everything properly. But anyway, moving back onto the eyes, I've got my MAC Kohl liner in the shade Teddy, which is a really nice brown shade. So I'm just taking this on my lower lash line and more so on the outer corner of my eye. And I'm just bringing it in kind of just almost halfway on my lower lash line, as you can see. And then I decided I'm going to take this all the way along my lower waterline. So just on the lash line, I'm just taking it about halfway. But in the waterline, I'm taking it the full way inside my eye. And this is just going to build it up. And I thought using brown is a lot less harsh than a black. And then just using a really small shader brush, I'm just softening that kohl liner out on the lower lash line, and then taking the gold eyeshadow that we put in the middle of the eye earlier, just on the inner corners to brighten it up. Then for mascara, I've got my Maybeline Lash Sensational mascara, and I'm just building up a couple of coats of this onto my top lashes and also applying this onto my bottom lashes. I also applied some falsies off camera, and they are the Eyelure 143 lashes, so really nice and long and wispy, but still got a bit of volume to them, which is how I like my lashes. Then for skin, again, I've got a bronzer here, and this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Bronzer in the shade Dark Deepest. Well, it's not actually a bronzer, but in this shade it is for me. So as you can see, I'm just taking this through the hollows of my cheeks and on my temples, and then just on a really nice tapered blending brush. I thought I'd add some warmth to the eyes, and I'm just taking that through the crease just to soften it up a little bit more. And then I'm just going to contour really slightly, and I've got my Maybeline contour kit in the shade Medium Dark, and I'm not going too heavy with this at all, just really lightly, just in the hollows of my cheeks and going over that bronzer slightly, and then again just taking it on the temples. And then as always, I have to contour my nose, so as you can see, I'm just taking it down the sides of my nose and then just rounding it off at the tip as well. This is personal preference, you don't have to do this, but I love contouring my nose. Now this wouldn't be a spring makeup look without some highlighter, and I've got my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, and I can't believe I've actually finally got my hands on this. I'm so excited. But yeah, as you can see, I am just building this up on my cheekbone. So you just want to apply this on the highest points of the face, and then I decided to dampen my brush with some Fix Plus and then layer up some more highlight, and this way your highlight is so much more glowy, and you can really see it. So it just makes a bit of a difference. And then I'm just taking it just down the bridge of my nose and chin also. And then for blush, I've got MAC Warm Soul blush, which I don't have a clip of, but I will leave the name of it down below, and it's just a really nice soft peachy kind of blusher. Then for lips, I've got MAC Cherry Lip Liner, and I'm just lining my lips with this. And then to fill my lips in, I've got this gorgeous liquid lipstick by MAC called Quite the Standout, and quite the standout it really is, and it's a really beautiful orangey red. I love orangey tone reds, they're so perfect for spring summer. So I am just applying this all over my lips, as you can see. And then I like to just go back in with my lip liner to redefine the lips and just to make sure the lines are looking nice and clean and neat. But this, guys, is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you did. Comment down below with anything else you'd love to see. Subscribe, share, follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye!